I'm pouting.
T-Cone! Let's see you grit those teeth! Hello, welcome back to Philosoweebs. 40 years of weeb here.
And I'm T-Cone.
Man, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty good. I'm wound a little tightly, but just trying to let all that go and relax.
Yes, sir.
You know, just relax.
Yes.
So, what have been an edit point? So, man, what have you been excited about this week?
This week I have been excited about... Oh, my God. I've been excited about this thing on Instagram that I've been seeing over and over again. It's a cute little anime girl. I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be a mushroom.
Uh-huh.
And she's just got like a little alarm clock song. And she's just like, I forget. I don't know the Japanese word she says, but she's like, giddy, 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 like, and she's so cute. I'll have to show you that. I don't think that's the word,
sparkle.
but
Like gira gira, it's sparkle.
I don't think that's actually what she says, but it's something like that. It's adorable.
That's fun.
I've loved it. So
I have not been on Instagram in years, so
I'll show you.
I've missed it completely.
How about
40
you?
years of weeb for a reason. Man, I guess overall, probably Elusive Samurai. That show is surprising to me because I haven't read the manga.
Yeah.
So the first episode struck me as something different and interesting. But as I said, this last episode floored me. I was like, this is my kind of entertainment. I really loved it.
Word.
And it's got some darkness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you see it, I'll talk to you about it a little more. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah. I think we will do a reaction video. I think that'll be good.
That'll be cool. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
Hell, let's tag it on right here.
It'll be up in the corner somewhere.
No. Okay, whatever. Edit that. How funny would it have been if we did just cut to you reacting to the samurai? I think it'd be funny as shit.
We'll see.
You'll have to edit that whole thing now.
I know.
Okay.
So what are we talking about today, sir?
I think we wanted to, because I feel like we'll never be satisfied as content creators unless we just get AOT off our chest a little bit. So I guess that's what we're going to do?
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts compiled. I know you do as well. I still don't clearly know the best way to get through it. Do you want to just hit touchstones? Like, what would you like to do?
I think we have to. I think we have to hit just
we don't want to get lost swimming in the middle of things.
Because if we try to explain to you guys all of AOT, it's going to take forever and it's going to go nowhere.
And we hope that you've seen it already.
We hope by this that you watch it or read it. And if not, we hope that you just enjoy what we talk about because it's a crazy show. My uncle always tells me to like feel instead of think, and I always have trouble with it. And this is one of the very few things in life that I feel is watching AOT. It always makes me have a feeling. It's just so special to me, and I love it. And it's hard to talk about because of that, but we're going to talk about it. So,
I mean, I agree. When I watch it, it makes me feel things too. Most of them are bad. It's such a difficult show to watch. Ugh. It's so hard.
It is. It is a very hard show to watch, but it's also, I can't help but love it. I can't help but, within the misery that there is, those little gleaming bits of hope, they light me up inside so much. It's amazing. So, yeah. What do you want to touch on first, or maybe I have to? Yeah,
I really, because like, I'm less interested in the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, I think then I'll start off. The earliest thing I can remember is, well, obviously, okay, this show is about Titans. Titans are just fucking basically these giant people. They shit on everyone. No one can fucking stand up to them except the very few that are the elite. And yeah, it's just a world full of shit.
Let's be honest here, though. The truth is, nobody can stand up to them.
Yeah.
The scouts who go out and fight them all have like a 60% death ratio.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like no one's actually standing up to them.
Well, I mean, I would say Levi. But
there's some people who can
him
survive,
and Mikasa are
but there's a
the
handful
few
of them. We will talk a great deal about Levi.
Yes. But yeah, it's just a show about the cruelty of the world and the cruel truth of the world. And the reason I love it so much is just because even though in that cruelty, well, I can't even say that. The cruelty of the world is why I love it, because it's just so real.
I don't think it's even a show about the cruelty of the world. You know what I mean? I think it's about one of my favorite topics, something that we hit on time and again, because I think that a lot of these stories are about control. You know what I mean? Because the corruption, everything stems from control.
Yeah.
You know, and the complacency of the people is again a product of control.
Yes.
You know, it's all very the founding titan, who we're not going to get into now, but what is its basic power?
Control, yeah.
Control.
Yeah.
You know? And it's fascinating. It's fascinating even when people understand that they're being controlled. How they'll willingly go, okay.
Eren Yeager. Eren Yeager is our main character, and he is great. He has the ability to turn into a Titan and kick ass, and yet...
Kind of. He kind of has the ability to kick ass
kinda.
right now, anyway.
For now. But
it's rough. It's rough.
It's definitely rough. But, yeah, I mean, he's the strongest person, maybe besides Levi or Mikasa, within those walls, and yet he is the most controlled person in this first season.
Well, why do you say he's the strongest within those walls?
Well, because, quite simply, he has the ability to become what everyone else fears.
So you mean he is the strongest known element within those walls? Because there are 3 other Titans along with him in those walls.
Okay, yeah. We can talk. Well,
and part of the thing that this is skipping ahead.
Yeah.
But one of my thoughts that I had written down was Annie. Annie, with the exception of late fourth season Eren, Annie is the most terrifying element of this entire
you're
show.
Absolutely right.
She's strong. She's calculating. She is terrifying.
Yes.
The Annie shit is scary.
Yes. So I would say known then.
Known element?
The 3
Absolutely,
known.
yes.
In his positioning in the story, he is one of the most powerful. And that's why people are afraid of him, and he is caught in situations where he has to bend to others' will because he doesn't want to become an enemy. But, we know
it's very easy to be an enemy in this world they've set up. And he's also so all that is all the known, because of course they're terrified of Titans and all this stuff. But also, in their little birdcage that they've lived in, the unknown's not really a thing that they deal with. So all of a sudden, a dude can turn into their enemy.
Yeah,
that's
crazy to them. Yeah.
It's got to be hard to deal with.
Absolutely.
You can't imagine their level of education is high.
No. I mean,
there's no use for it.
Yeah,
they can't because they can't expand anywhere.
Well,
it wouldn't be good for everyone to keep.
I also think, the show not surprisingly, but talks a lot about class. They're on the most outer part of the wall, so they are the lowest class. They are the food, essentially.
They create the food. Yeah.
So
the cows,
the cattle. Yeah. So they probably don't have as good an education as the inner wall. But I think you're right. In general, the education's probably lower, and because, like you said, what is there to learn? Purpose. You're stuck in the wall. It's just government, essentially. That's the only thing you're going for.
Most of the kids, there's a big chunk of them that are going to go off and just get drunk and sit on the wall, and then the rest of them are going to go and run shops, and that's kind of it. Run the fields, stuff like that.
Yeah. There is no being a content creator in the world of Attack on Titan.
Not at all.
There is no being a musician or...
And this leads us in perfectly, I think, to Eren.
Yeah.
Right? He's not only in this world, he lives at a point where he could just see the wall. It's right there next to him. Out there is the real world, and I have no future.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Interesting, too, we talk about... Isayama's his little side stories that he did, which are questionable on how good they are. But
I don't remember most of them. I didn't really like them.
I just love. We talk about Eren, even in an alternate universe where he's a high schooler, he still has that same. I want to be a hero complex, essentially, and he wants more. He wants freedom, and that is what he is all about. He's a slave to freedom. We've said it many times, talked about it many times. And yeah, he's a great character. I mean, shit, man. Where do we go from there?
Dude, that's funny. That's funny. The type person Eren Yeager is, and his, him being a slave to freedom. In his pursuit of that, it will like literally push him. He's more than just a slave to wanting freedom. He's a slave to himself and a slave to wanting to be free. To the point where he will literally torture himself throughout his entire life.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he feels the guilt of his mother. He feels the guilt of Armin's grandfather. He feels the guilt of Mikasa's parents. He feels these things. So, when you talk about him having a hero complex, it's because, I guess it's because he's felt helpless in seeing tragedy since he was a child.
Yeah.
And that brings him into training.
Yep.
Meeting all the characters. We see him. All of his peers, none of them like him, right? Because he's just single-minded.
Yep.
Gonna kill those Titans. I don't care who's here. Mikasa follows him around, even though Mikasa should just beat him aside.
Yeah.
Mikasa should rightfully be the MC and should be like, listen, bitch, this is how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
We're going to listen to whatever Armin says because he's smart. You're going to shut up and stop ruling with your emotion, because one of the things that we're going to see in this show, that emotion is a bad leader. Okay? Making the right decision under high emotional stress is usually going to lead to the wrong decision.
Yeah.
And this comes in the best example with later on. I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but we'll deal with it. The Levi squad, when Eren, just his arm turns into a Titan, picked up a spoon.
Yeah.
Levi squad's all ready to kill him.
Yes.
Already. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
We all understand why. But they didn't actually take a moment to ask him anything.
Yeah.
They were all just yelling at him, waiting for an answer that can't come when 4 people are yelling at you.
Right? And that's similar to when he first comes out of being a Titan and the whole barracks is ready to blow him out with a cannon, blow him away with a cannon.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
They're looking for an answer that they want the specific answer.
They want
just
the specific answer. But, like, I guess it's the same thing. I just feel like there's more involved.
Oh, there's more meaning behind Levi squad, definitely.
But, yeah, you can't make strong decisions under emotion.
Yeah.
You need to stop and wait,
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Eren, there was a point you wanted to make with Eren.
So,
was it still while he was training, or was it once they're
so
fighting?
we can talk about, we didn't talk about the maneuvering gear.
Oh, right. Eren's determination and willingness to go, his unreasonable willingness to go and through any obstacle.
Yeah.
Right. He uses a piece of gear that should not hold him upright. It does it for a second. It's impossible, yet he does it because he was gonna get kicked out.
Yeah. He had to do it.
That's wild. We talk about willing things into existence. This dude did it.
Yeah.
I don't care it was written by a guy. It happened. That's Eren. It's Eren in a nutshell. There's a lot of... It's really amazing how much really early on in the story is seeded that's important. This is all important stuff that Eren's going to show you time and time again. And in the end, when you go, wait, why is he doing this? You can point to all these things in the past and say, well, for you to ask why he's doing this is the wrong question. It's pretty fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. So, yeah, Eren's determination is his leading quality. Like you said, Mikasa's strong, badass. Armin's really smart. He should have been kicked to the side, but because... So here's a little argument almost. You said ruling with emotion, bad. I can agree with that. But we could say that if Eren doesn't rule with emotion, then he isn't the MC. Obviously. His ability to be like, I'm doing it no matter what, is the reason he gets anywhere.
Well, that's why. Well, absolutely. I mean, because I left one thing out in that, is that Armin and Mikasa neither have the motivation to be the main character of their own lives.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it isn't until Mikasa is a full-grown adult by this point and sees what Eren is capable of that she takes off the scarf.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It's the first time she ever makes a decision for herself.
Yeah.
She does it at a very high cost. You know?
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about Sasha and I'm sad.
Poor Sasha. Sasha eats a potato during training. That's all you need to know.
Mm-hmm. She's forever branded Potato Girl. That poor girl. So, anyway, they get through training like that.
Yes. And next we go right into the battle. The Colossal Titan shows up again, starts fucking shit up.
While they're all like having nice dreams of the future.
Yeah.
They're all like, yeah, this show's happy. Look, guys, we're smiling. Oh.
No.
Yeah, Colossal Titan.
So,
and at this point in the story, it's been 3 or 4 years since...
5.
5 years. 5 years since they've last seen it.
Yes. So, I mean, yeah, Eren basically gets thrown right back into hell. You know, I'm pretty sure I remember he even has flashbacks of his mother because, shit, that's the last time. And he's ready to kill that Colossal Titan just for it to disappear right in front of his eyes. And then he's thrown back into that hell of, now the Titans are swarming in, and now I have to fight. And unfortunately, he is eaten. Mm-hmm. He is eaten, and
he's eaten. Playing the hero.
He saving Armin. Yeah. Yep. From there, we learn that he can turn into a Titan. You know, he escapes the belly. He starts rampaging. All this, that. Everyone's afraid of him except for Armin and Mikasa. And he has to deal with that. I mean, we can probably touch on that.
He has to deal with that.
So he's a Titan. He gets out of the Titan. Everyone's pinning him down. Armin gets him out of the situation. And now Pixis is giving him an opportunity to prove that he can use his power to help humanity.
I love Pixis. This is one of my favorite characters in the whole show.
Yes. Do you want to touch on Pixis at all?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I think that as we go, I think as he makes decisions, his character becomes clearer and clearer.
Okay. So what I want to get to is he gets down in there. They formulate a plan that he's going to turn into a Titan, pick up a boulder, block the gate that has now, been destroyed by the Colossal Titan. So he gets down in there and he turns into a Titan, and what happens? He cannot control himself. He starts lashing out on everyone. He even scars Mikasa on the right cheek. And through this, Mikasa tries to stop him, and he punches himself in the face, knocking him out. And this is where I kind of wanted to talk about. He dreams that he is home with his mom, with Mikasa, with his dad. Everything's good. He's taking a little nap. He's all bundled up. And he's just ready to live with that. He's completely fine being there, which is fair enough. When
you're traumatized, I'm sure it's all you want.
Yes. And Armin comes, and on the outside, he's trying to wake him up and be like, you have to come to your senses. We have to do this, or else you're going to die. They're going to execute you. So Eren sees Armin as his kid self, banging on his window, like, come outside. Like, don't you want to see the outside world? Like, why did you start this? Yeah. And, Eren's kind of, at first, he's like, no, I'm good. Like, I got everything I need right here. And, but Armin persists, and he asks him, why did you want to go outside the walls? Like, why did you want to be free, essentially? And Eren replies, because I was born. And then he snaps out of his funk. He is able to control the Titan, and, he blocks the wall. But really, like, that's what I want to dive into is, like, Eren, even with his dream state in front of him, what he, like what you said, like, with trauma is, like, that's what we long for, is what trauma has taken away from us, essentially. He still feels like he was meant for something more.
I think he knew that it wasn't real, right?
I
think he knew that. I think he felt that there was probably like a hollow.
So you didn't watch it.
Not this time, no.
This time. And that's where I think I wish you did watch it, but because I would argue that. Because I don't think...
You think he thought it was real?
I don't... No. I don't even think it's that. I think it's that he didn't think it was real, but he wanted it to be real.
Well, hang on. Let's stop this argument for a second.
Okay.
Because, of course, if this is your first time watching the show, you wouldn't think about this. But let's think about this logically. What they saw, what was happening, technically, probably was real. We're probably looking at him in the paths.
Oh, okay. That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So there was probably... His mom wasn't there, but he was probably there. You know what I mean? That's why Armin was there talking to him, right? So I feel like this kind of hurts my argument to a certain extent.
Well, what is...
Well, because Eren could stay in the paths, and it would be real. It is real. There's an extent to it that reality and non-reality are the same thing. Just because his mom's dead, because he is an Eldian, and the paths are a thing, he could probably live there in the paths with his mother.
Okay.
So,
well,
if that's the case, then it's very real.
Okay, so what I would say to that is, I don't know.
Though.
Well, I don't know if we're arguing here, but
I don't think we're arguing.
But what I would say is, again,
are we arguing, man?
Maybe.
Fuck you. You know what? I'm pissed. No, I'm kidding.
But what I mean is, okay, so even if we don't know about the paths yet,
we don't.
The way I saw this scene was Eren was complacent with whether it was real or not. This is where he is. He's with his mom, with his dad, with Mikasa. Nothing could be better. Right. And Armin says to him, why did you want to go out the walls? This is the Eren I know that was like, I want to go see the lava. I want to see the ocean. I want to see the sand. Why now are you choosing to just lounge around? So Eren is brought to a crossroads of, what do I really want? Do I want this or do I want that? So I think this is such an important moment, paths aside, real or not aside. This is Eren proclaiming to himself, actually, even though he's proclaimed a ton of times, I'm going to kill all the Titans, I'm going to be free. This is him really saying, no, I am going to be free.
Well, I think you have to be right, because this is the moment where he takes control of the Titan.
Yes, this is where, yes, exactly. So that was very important. That scene was very important.
Which is, I think, another example of evidence to saying that it is truly the paths.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is the paths, but regardless of, again, like, we technically don't know that yet.
We don't. No, I know that, obviously. I'm piecing it together in the rewatch. Yes. This show,
so crazy,
so many rewatches. Like everything is rewarded.
Yes.
We talk about it, like watching Reiner, all his little expressions and way.
Yep. Yeah, you guys will learn about that in the next season. So, but yeah, I mean, that is really the testimony of his character is he is chasing freedom, which we're going to elaborate more on what that is to him and to, just in a philosophical view, what is freedom. But, he chose right then and there that it's more important than revenge. It's more important than being with my family. I was born inside these walls, and I do not deserve to be inside these walls.
It's more important than happiness.
Yes. Freedom is more important than happiness, such as he is a slave to freedom, guys. Thank you for watching. No.
See ya. Yeah. I mean, that's absolutely the case, and it's interesting. Like if you look at Eren's life as like a timeline, this is like this moment that you're referring to is character plot point 1.
Yes.
For sure, that's where things turn.
Yes.
I agree, 100%. I agree, and I think that's just the first one. There's at least one more within this season.
I think there's many. Yeah.
It's It's like he's just painting the most beautiful, lush landscape, and the trees. I don't even know. It's just beautiful. AOT. So yeah, I'm glad you took some time to focus on that for sure, because what comes after is fucking crazy. It's crazy. All the people responsible for helping are hiding.
Yes.
I love that. It's just such a great little,
John says, or maybe it wasn't John. I think it was John, but it was one of them. The more equipped and capable you are of fighting the Titans, the farther away from them you are.
Yep. Just like real world.
Yep. The more capability you have, the less you have to use it.
Well, that's true. I mean, we haven't talked about it yet, but like after this fight scene, like the next little, one of the next little parts in the story is them all choosing what branch of the military to join, and how does it work? The top 10 scoring students get to choose which branch. Yeah. Because the one branch will only accept those 10 students.
Yes, and they all choose the one that they all choose the one that is the opposite of what everyone wants to do, which is the scouts going out and getting fucked up by Titans.
But my point is, you talk about the more capable being away from the action, where they'll take, in most years, I'm guessing the majority of those people all choose the
MPs,
interior police.
Yeah.
So all those talented people just go and do nothing.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So gross. When we really get into the corruption of this show, it is disgusting. I mean, it's a great
that's
example
definitely season 3 territory is where that gets.
I know they touch on it in this, like towards the end of this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gets real nasty. Real quick. That's the shit that I hate. With the real life stuff, like I love fantasy stuff because I can escape from world. But when they start really giving us like the real politics, it's like
that's funny because
hard.
I love that because it's just like a reflection. It's like that's philosophy, man.
I love it too. I'm saying it's hard.
Oh yes, definitely. I get it.
All right, so yeah, like we don't need to talk about the fighting anymore.
Basically, Aaron clogged up the wall now.
Aaron fixes the wall, yay! But he still gets court-martialed. The court-martial itself is really just, how do I put it? Like Erwin's the greatest chess player in the world. Like he knew exactly how that would turn out. You know what I mean? The actions of the court-martial itself. Levi beats the shit out of Aaron. Like, beats the shit. So brutal. And I feel like this scene encapsulates the whole show. Right? We talked about control.
Yes.
Right? Look, we can control this thing. But it's a sham. They can't control it in the slightest. But showing a bunch of people in a room that I can beat this thing that's tied to a post that looks weaker than me, I can control it. That is the mentality of the interior. Yes. Hands down. Right? Because all they care about is what's in here, their own little world, and they don't want anything to affect it. And then that's... I don't really know what I want to say other than to point it out. Like, I am... The type of person I am, I wouldn't be able to survive in these worlds. Yeah. I wouldn't. Levi would be poisoned in his sleep. I'm serious. I'm not making a joke. I would fucking kill him. Yeah. I would kill him. You're not going to show anybody that you can control me. In that moment, sure, you can control me because I'm stuck. But as soon as I can, I'm going to kill you.
Well, you don't think
I can't live with it. No, I don't care what the reasons are. I know what you're saying. I understand that they might have been the right way to do things.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about when we talk about like the 48 laws of power and that kind of stuff. You don't think there's any part of you that would be like, okay, this is just a momentary defeat so that I can win later on, even if it was killing Levi.
Yes, but I would still be killing Levi.
Okay. And then you're
if I had to go into the situation knowing that this was going to happen to me because it's for the best for me in the outcome, sure, I'm going to take it. But also, that motherfucker's going to die. Yeah. I just can't. I can't accept it. Yeah. There's no amount of anything you can do for me that lets you get away with that. Okay.
Even do you think? No, because I guess not. I was going to ask because Aaron takes it essentially because he wants to be seen as.
I know. I know.
But you don't even think
I wouldn't want to be seen as that.
No.
Nope. Nope. I couldn't take it. I could not take it. I would either run away from humanity or be a dictator, which we've talked about.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I couldn't live under the power of people who treat me like this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a common respect that people are never shown in these things that we watch. It's just,
I don't think most people aren't even shown it in real life.
I agree.
Most of the time. Yeah.
Which is why in real life, I call people on their shit constantly.
Yeah.
I'm going to get shot one of these days because I won't keep my mouth shut. I can't. I don't know how anybody would deal with this brutality. I just can't. Can't deal with it. Unless he knew that he needed to take it in one situation, knowing it, right?
Yeah.
But it was his idea, and he had said to him, "Do this to me."
Yeah,
then maybe I just couldn't. I couldn't.
Do you think you'd even have like any trust in him or Erwin and be like, I trust that you're doing this for a good reason?
I don't know if I could. I don't know, honestly. Even if you intellectually can see that the reason might have been right, can you still accept that reason? Can you still take that treatment?
Yeah, I guess we really don't know until we're in it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've never taken treatment like that.
Yeah.
And I don't ever desire to.
Yeah.
No.
It's fair.
And it's something we talk about with a lot of different anime. I don't like the way people hold their power over other people.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking eerie. It bothers me to an extent that I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I have reasons it's not my business to talk about, you know. I just don't like it. It fucking skeeves me out.
Yeah.
And I want to be a hero. When it comes to like hero complex, I want to be a hero. I want to go save those people.
Yeah.
And get them out from that power.
Yeah.
Even someone like Aaron, who kind of sucks. Let's be honest. He's our MC and we love him. But would you like him in real life? No.
No,
We'd all be like
yapper.
John.
Yeah.
Shut up, dude. You know?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
So, but I don't want to see him suffer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I knew Aaron in real life, I would have a lot of empathy for him. But I would also be like, you're a dickhead.
Yeah, there's a difference between having empathy for someone and liking them.
Yeah, yeah.
I would be like,
But then it goes into if he had the power to transform into a Titan.
What? Would I kiss his ass? No, I would not.
Well,
squash me.
I don't know.
Squash me, please. Instead of listening to your voice. I mean these things.
Yeah.
I mean these things. I don't care about myself. Just kill me now.
That's funny.
I can't take it. I can't take having people having power over me.
Yeah.
Not if they like abuse that power. Because there's some power, like cops have power over us,
Yeah.
bosses have power over us. That's fine. That power doesn't bother me.
See, that's funny.
That's socially acceptable power. It makes sense. They don't, and as long as they're not abusing that power, I have no problems with that.
That's funny because I'm the opposite way.
You don't want a boss?
I don't like bosses. I don't like cops. I don't like.
I'm not saying I like them. I'm saying I understand what they are.
I understand. Well, no, I'm still like, I understand what they are, but I still don't think that it's. I understand what a cop is supposed to be. I don't think a single
I guess
cop.
That's what I'm talking
I don't
about,
think
too.
a single cop in the world is what a cop is supposed to be, even if they're the best cop ever. If you have the top one chart of nicest cops, I still don't think he's what he's supposed to be.
I would like to see a top one chart of nicest cops. I'd like to see that guy.
I mean, the most righteous cop, whatever. Like, I still don't think he is what.
Well,
I think maybe he wants to be.
If he thinks that he's the most righteous cop, I can guarantee you he's
not.
Probably not even close.
Yeah, no.
Because a truly righteous person does not think that they're right.
Well, that's what I mean. Is like, but I don't even mean that he thinks it. He is the most righteous cop. I still don't think he's the most righteous cop or the most righteous person. I still think he wants to be that, but he is not that.
But this goes back to the same old conversations we have about what are the definitions of these things, too.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah. Not at all. You took us off on a
no.
That's not what I was talking about.
Okay.
In the slightest. You know. So.
Yeah, we just kind of tangented it because you started talking about cops and stuff.
Yeah, we apparently found a Tyler trigger. Just say cops if you want to give Tyler a little soapbox. We got him.
All right, what's next?
I don't know.
We were talking about Levi beating the shit out of Aaron.
Yeah, and how I wouldn't take it.
Yes. What do you want to go from?
I wouldn't take it.
I mean, that's your opinion and touch on that. But what do you want to go anything further from that?
Let's stay with the cop thing for a second.
Okay.
If you saw that happen, we know that this happens. We know that the cops treat people like Aaron was treated that day.
Oh, I'd fucking be like, "Fuck you, stop!" Or
immediately.
If I ever saw a cop like, okay, obviously, if I came up on it, I don't know what happened beforehand. So maybe I would just record.
But
if I saw start to finish cop wrongly being bad, I would tackle that cop even if I'm going to die.
You're proving my point. Thank you. Yes. This is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. What's going to happen to me? We're going to do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
I think our only disagreement was just that you said or maybe it wasn't even a disagreement.
What
you
they
understood
are.
what
I
they
never
are.
said I never said anything other than that. That's literally all I said.
Okay, that's fine.
I never said I fucking approved. Do you see a blue stripe on me anywhere? Nor will you.
That's funny.
You know? God, fucking hate that shit.
Yeah. Word.
No. I don't like it. I guess that's all. I guess really all my point is let's stand up for the little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
Word.